Have you ever wondered how professional Minecraft builders shape the world around them to suit their build, or just for good art? Well, in this video, I'll be showing you my step-by-step process for getting proven results in your Minecraft landscaping. Let's go. Oh, and of course it was proven by me. Who else? All right, so you made it this far. That's great. So before I get into step one, I just wanted to real quickly say that if you follow this step-by-step process clearly and exact, you should be getting awesome results. And if you don't get the results you're looking for, watch it again and follow it again. Eventually, you'll get as good as what you see here, or maybe even better. Yeah, let's get into step one right now. Step one is finding the perfect spot for your landscape. Now, this is already hard for just to find it for your build, but also having the factor of landscaping in it makes it quite a daunting task. Here are the two other places I was thinking about creating my landscape in, but never decided on doing it. These are just two ideas that will maybe make it a little easier for you to visualize where it might be. Here you can see just a simple terrain in the grassland biome. It seems like it could easily be turned into cliffs and other wonderful things. This one, this is a masterpiece. This cliff looks like it's perfect for a big waterfall. I just decided not to use it because I already started building in the other place. So yeah, step two is visualizing your landscape. Now this step is often ignored by people just because they're like lazy, I guess. But this is also really important. All you have to do is check out the terrain, think of how it might look and what might go well, what might fit into the space you have. Also, I also love to get rid of annoying like pools of water that are in the way or something like that. Also, while you're building, try to use a reference. Now this is never really used by anyone, which is a pity because it's very, very useful. Just go ahead and look for something that looks beautiful, maybe some Lord of the Rings scene, some landscape, and try to build what you see on the picture. This is really useful because the details will be really easier to really put in your landscape because you can all see it on the picture. So yeah, shape it that way and it'll be a lot easier. Take these two examples here. There's this other one Lord of the Rings thing and there's this other Lord of the Rings thing. Put them together, you have an even better Lord of the Rings thing. Just kidding. That, yeah. Step three is building the basic structural components of your landscape. Now I know this is a huge leap to some people, and some people may be very disappointed and are expecting exact and detailed instructions, unless you're not and you just want me to tell you a bunch of phooey, because in that case, building is easy. It does not take practice at all and can be done in minutes. Yeah, that's already sad hearing that, but the sad truth is it's not true. You need to practice, and the more you practice the better you get. So I just say try not to think so much of how it will look later and think in the now. If that sounds cliche, then well, it is, but think in the now and try to just, place them so that it looks basic and pretty much just shows people what you were trying to build. Afterwards, as soon as we start detailing, you can start thinking about how it will look later, which was hopefully good. I went ahead and already started the cave, which is kind of a mistake, so don't do that. I detailed it too much, so I'd say start with more like the cliffs and then add the cave in the detailing phase, but this works too. I also started the lighting, which is also actually in the detailing phase. I got a bit carried away, but I mean, you can't redo it, can you? Here's me just creating the basic cliffs from before, not really caring about where the blocks are placed or what they are. I just wanted to make a basic stone cliff. Here's me before doing the basic framework of the build, also a very important part of the basic components. Here's another great example of me just randomly placing blocks to show you that you don't really have to care about where your blocks are at the beginning, because you'll be able to fix that later on in the detailing phase. As you can see here, I'm replacing the dirt that I placed first with stone. Here's me making the top side of the cliff, like the plateau. It's not very wide. I tried to make it be able to like be more approachable by like you know, making it a slanting thingy-majig, but yeah. Also, give me a favor and light the inside so that mobs don't spawn inside. Wow, we did a great job with the basic components. I detailed it a bit. Not done yet, as you can see. There's barely any detail. I'm going to add a tree or two later on as well. But this is already pretty decent. Step 4 is detailing. Now I also added a water source just to pipe it up a bit to add some more points of interest, but that's not the point of this part. This is the detailing phase. Now here I'm gonna be like adding lighting. As you can see here, I'm hiding it with a green carpet. Also adds depth to the game, which is always good. I'm also adding some stones because I'm planning on making a pathway into the cave later on in the video. I'm also going to add some stones on the cliffs because it makes a pretty good depth. It adds depth into the cliff and makes it look a bit more alive. Here I am finally creating the pathway. I want to make it look a bit man-made, like not the cliff itself, but to show people that people do live here and it's inhabited by some sort of, I don't know, some homeless person, I guess. Here comes a pretty important part. I'm gonna add lighting to the water using sea pickles. You don't have to do this. It gives a bit weird if like people like go in there, hey look, there's a sea pickle, but for lighting it's pretty good because I think it's just kind of irritating seeing just completely dark water. All right, so this is what we've got so far. Pretty basic still after the detailing. I'd say I'm an over detailer myself, but this is I'm pretty happy with this. Add some light sources that you can actually visually see, and I added some fences. All right, here we are at the last part of my building phase. Basically I'm just gonna make a pine tree because I count this as detailing, adding trees because they're all man-made. Give me a favor and use different kind of leaves. That's my advice. And otherwise go find some other building videos on that. Here's the end result of my tree. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm better at oak trees. I'm not the spruce kind of expert. I could use some work on this, to be honest. I'm not perfect, but overall I'm pretty happy. All right, so here's the end result. We turned this into this. That is insanely well done. I'm very happy with it. Now I could have done a bit better on like the basic structural phase. It looks a bit like unproportionate. That doesn't really help me make it look more natural if I do it proportionate, but I just think I could have done a better job. But overall I'm very happy with this. This might be the best build. I mean, I think it's better. I think it's safe to say it's better than the other, that's for sure. Wow, this was actually really fun to make. As you can see, my nice build in the background. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe, and comment on your favorite biome to landscape in. Now, I have done many videos in the past on building. Landscaping I've never done before. That's why this was a really great addition to my slowly building collection of videos. But on the other hand, go check out my other video. Please go check out the other video I released a few weeks ago. It's about the best way to utilize bee farming. I have this really detailed instructions on how to create a bee farm that will last and be worthwhile. Now, yeah, I don't have much else to say. This has been Pokemaster Andrew, and I'm signing off. Goodbye.